So today I was about to harvest some seeds from this beautiful Cleome plant that I have, and I thought it would be fun to take you along because I really couldn't find any information on how to do this when I was trying to do it at first. So I thought just a quick video to show you exactly how I do it would be really helpful. So stay tuned and we'll get to it. Okay, so this particular Cleome is called Rose Queen, and it gets about 3 to 5, let me just check here, I have the packet that I bought. It gets 3 to 5 feet high and 1.5 feet wide and flowers from summer through fall. And I actually planted this via seed in the spring and I got this huge plant. So these will actually self-sow themselves. So if you don't actually collect the seeds, they typically will just drop into the ground and try to germinate themselves for you. But if you actually want to collect the seeds to give them to a friend or a family member or a neighbor, or just want to collect them for your own benefit of putting them in different places in your yard, this is how you would actually do it. So you can see here, it's like mid-September here, and you can see that my Cleome is actually just about done blooming. And you'll see these, they actually call these grandfather's whiskers too, which is, I think it's like a really cool nickname for this plant. But the reason is because of all of these scraggly things along the sides, and these are actually the seed pods. So I was looking this up when I was trying to collect from seed. Everybody's like, oh, it's super easy, but then I could never find anything that actually showed the pods. They look like little pea pods. So this is what we're going to be harvesting, but there's sort of a trick to it so that you don't harvest too early, and I'm going to show you that. So what I use is just a plastic Ziploc baggie at first. Once I'm done harvesting and I have all the seeds separated from the pods and everything, then I transfer them out of the plastic into like a little paper seed packet. I don't like to keep them in the plastic, but for this it's perfect because not only is it like a bigger area, but you can see it because it's clear. Okay, so let me just see if I can zoom in at all, or maybe I'll just move the camera closer and point you downward. Okay, so looking at some of these seed pockets, if they're all green, like this one here where my finger is, this is totally green and it's closed still. But then as you go down the branch, you'll start to find ones that might be starting to yellow or even get brown. And once they split open, this is what they'll do on their own. This one is splitting, and you'll actually be able to see that the seeds are inside of here. You can kind of see them with your naked eye. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but that's a whole different story, I guess. But yeah, that's where the seeds are, and you can see the little black seedlings in here. So you want to catch them not when they're green, but before they kind of crack open. And even if they do crack open, it's okay. You can just kind of, what I do is I just kind of put my bag underneath, and then I just kind of pull them off. So it's really simple. And here I have another one. This one's browning, but the seeds are still inside. And then I just go through the whole plant, and there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of seeds that you can collect from this plant. It's really quite prolific in its seeding capability. So yeah, that's really it. So these ones up here that are still green, you're gonna wait a day or two or a week. Just keep checking on them, and you might be able to come back out and do like a second harvest of them. But this is really as easy as it gets as far as collecting seeds. So then what I do is I will take the bag, and I usually just zip it right up, and then I'll shake it. And this usually separates the pods, or even if you see them in there, you can kind of wiggle your fingers around to try to get the seeds actually out of the pods. And once you do that, you can unzip, and you could take these pods out and you can just throw them in the compost or whatever you want to do with them. You don't need the pods, you just want the seeds. So there you go. In just a matter of a few minutes, I've collected all of these seeds, and I'm going to keep going and see how many more I can get. So as far as planting the Cleome seeds, I would wait until the springtime to plant these, and you don't really even have to put them into the ground. It says to sow them about 2 weeks before your latest frost date. So for me, that's like April, end of April time, mid-April. So you just kind of sprinkle them on the ground or put them in one by one and just make sure they're contacting the soil. They don't have to be covered at all. They actually need some sunlight to be able to germinate. So you can kind of scatter them throughout your garden. Keep them watered and they should germinate. Let's see how long it says here. Sprout time is 5 to 30 days. So you might be able to see little green sproutlings coming up in as soon as 5 days or as long as 30. I can't quite remember what mine was, but I remember thinking that none of them took, and then I got this giant beauty. So be patient with yourself, and it's just a great way that you can get extra plants for your garden without having to buy them. So you buy the packet once, and then after that, you don't have to buy them anymore because you can get your own seeds. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I have a lot more videos about how to create a garden that's uniquely you. So I hope I see you in the next video. I'll put some up on the screen right now that may be of interest to you. So click over and I'll see you over there.